All right, Shalom. This is Parathon of the Great Millstone Houston Camp, back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops that rule well, and also to the elder high priest that taught my apostles and elders. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel, which are us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all the Israelites scattered abroad, which have received this truth through faith and continue in those teachings until our Lord Yahweh shall come back. And those teachings are given to the Hebrew Israelites, specifically of the Great Millstone Doctrine. This is the gospel of salvation. All right, so I'm doing a correction video. Big Salakia for misspeaking. Yesterday at camp, at the 9-minute and 13-second mark, I said the Samaritan woman was an Israelite. She was not an Israelite. All right, so Salakia, been over this breakdown many a times. The apostles have many breakdowns on this topic because it's a controversial topic. So again, Salakia for misspeaking and going off on the block. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah had the brother in the camp to go back and watch the video, and he caught it. So the water again for that, and to that brother. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna get some precepts. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So in camp, it started with this Matthew 10:5 to prove that salvation through faith in a true doctrine is only for the nation of Israel. We start off here in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. These 12 Yahweh Shah sent forth. So that sent forth is the commission. All right, this is the where the commission started. All right. And it says, and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles. So Yahweh Shah told his disciples, don't go to the heathen, to the other nations, and in any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. And we touched on the history, and we quoted the book, chapter, and verse. Well, we didn't quote the verse, but we'll go into some of the history in this lesson. All right, so we're gonna go into the history, and I linked, this was a mistake. All right, this is the part I went off at. I linked the woman at the well, which was a Samaritan woman, and I said that she was an Israelite. She's not an Israelite. She was a heathen. All right. And I said that Yahweh Shah went over into that land and he taught the Samaritans. And then I said, for example, the woman at the well, she was a Samaritan, and she wasn't, because the Lord rejected her. And we're going to read that. First, let's get 2 Kings 17. And we're going to read 1 through 5. We're going to jump around. In the 5th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea, the son of Elah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him. Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hoshea became his servant and gave him presents. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So, king of Egypt, and brought no presents to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison. So The king of Assyria came up throughout the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years. All right. So during the reign of Hoshea, Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, came up and took over that region of Samaria. It says, in the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria. You see, so Israel was displaced out of Samaria and carried away into Assyria and placed them in Halah and Habor by the river of Gozan in the city of the Medes. All right. So we're going to jump down to verse 15. And they rejected his statutes and his covenants that he made with their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 tribes, and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom Yahweh had charged them that they should not do like them. And our people are still doing like the heathen until today. It's the same reason why we're not in the land of Israel unto this day. All right. So jumping down. So this is 2 Kings 17 and 21. For he rent Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. So this is the history. And Jeroboam drove Israel from following Yahweh and made them sin a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which he did, they departed not from them, until Yahweh removed Israel out of his sight, that's out of the land, as he has said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. All right. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Cush and from Ava and from Hamath and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the city of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. All right. So you had the Assyrian king resettle Samaria, which is what the subheading says. He puts heathen in our land, and our people went into the land of Samaria. That's the northern kingdom. All right. And from there, the northern kingdom went over here to the Americas. Right. So continuing in verse 25, it says, and so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not Yahweh. Therefore Yahweh sent lions among them, which slew some of them. And that's the heathen that was in the land. So the brother had brought at that point. That's why I read that. We're going to go back into Matthew 10 in verse 5. These 12 Yahweh shall send forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not. So we know why our Lord Yahweh shall said that, because the history, the heathen were replaced for the northern kingdom. In the city of Samaria, the city of Samaria is in the land of Israel, which is Ephraim and Manasseh, right? Matthew chapter 10 and 6, it says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that's what the command was back then, and this is still the command today. And as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and that's what we do. We say the kingdom of heaven is at hand. How to the doctrine on how to get to the kingdom and the physical manifestation of the kingdom will be here on earth, right? So I'm going to address this John, the 4th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 1. And it says, Jesus, but we know his true name, and the name that we call on for salvation is Yahushua, and a woman of Samaria. When therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Yahushua made and baptized more disciples than John, though Yahushua himself baptized not but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again unto Galilee. And he must needs go through Samaria. Then coming he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, Sychar, near to the parcel of the ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Right? Let's see something real quick. All right. All right. So, yep. It's a precept. Let's see. Just looking through these precepts. All right. Let's see. Yep. So, that's the history. All right. One more precept I'm going to look at. Joseph, yep. Yep, in Mount Ephraim. All right. So that's the history on that. All right. So it says, verse 6, now Jacob's well was there. Yahushua, therefore, being weary with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. Then it says, there coming a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua said unto her, give me to drink, for his disciples were going away into the city to buy meat. Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew, all right, ask drink of me? And that's what they called the Israelites back then, just Jews in general. All right, which am a woman of Samaria, for the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Right. So Israel, you had heathen there, you had Israelites there, you know. And as we read, we'll see that John 4:10, Yahushua answered and said unto her, and it's more history on it, you know. You had Israelites that will flee to Samaria to escape judgment, whether they did it or whether they didn't do it. And it says, if thou knowest the gift of the Most High, who it is that said unto thee, give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. So he's messing with her. You know, the living water is the truth, understanding of these scriptures, which when you have it, which we have, you desire no other. You don't thirst, meaning you don't have a lack of nutrients. You're not dry, meaning you don't have a lack of understanding. You're not looking for any other doctrine, right? The woman said unto him, sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep, from whence thou hast that living water. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank there of himself and his children and his cattle? Yeah, that's not your father Jacob, and you wasn't there, right? Because Jacob put you there. You was there because of what was his name? Again, going back to the history. The king of Assyria, which his name was Shalmaneser, all right, placed him there. So verse 12, art thou greater than our father Jacob? This is John 4:12, which gave us the well and drank thereof himself and his children and his cattle. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to jump down. You can read that, but I'm going to jump down, get to the point. All right. This is John 4:15. Well, I read 13 through 14. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh this water shall thirst again, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. So if it was for her and if she was an Israelite, she asked for it, he would give it to her, right? But he didn't. Let's read. Yahweh Shah said unto her, Go, call thy husband and come hither. So she gonna go get her man at the time. And her man at the time he's gonna get a word to is the Israelite, right? The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahweh Shah said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, right? So she was a whore, right? Your first husband as a woman is your man, right? And you're only free from that man if he go back to the spirit world. You die, you're free from that contract. You can get another man, right? So she had 5 husbands. And he whom thou now hast is not thy husband, in that sayest thou truly. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Yeah, your fathers worshipped there because they was taught in the way of Israel not to get mauled by lions again. Yahweh Shah said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Yeah, because he told her, look, he pretty much told her, look, you're not a true worshiper. You're not an Israelite, right? You're an implant. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship for salvation of the Jews. So why would he tell her that? You don't know what you're worshiping. Salvation is for us, the Jews, the Israelites. But the hour coming and now is when a true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him, right? So the true worshipers are the Israelites that's going to worship him in the spirit and truth. For the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. All right, so let's see. I'm going to keep reading. And the woman said unto him, I know that the Messiah cometh, which is called the Anointed. When he is come, he will tell us all things. And he just told you, salvation is of the Jews. It's not for you. Yahweh shall say unto her, I speak unto thee. I that speak unto thee am he. And upon this came his disciples and marveled that he talked with the woman, yet no man said, What seekest thou, or why talkest thou with her? The woman then left her water pot and went her way into the city and said to the men, Come see a man which told me all things that I ever did. Is not this the Messiah? All right. Just see. All right. Then they went out of the city and came unto him. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. He said unto them, okay, I'm going to keep going down. All right, I'm going to keep going down. John 4:39. And many of the Samaritans of that city believed on him for the saying of the woman, which testified, He told me all that I ever did. So when the Samaritans will come unto him, they besought him that he would tarry with them, and he abode there 2 days. And many more believed because of his own words. And he said unto the woman, Now we believe not because of thy sayings, for we have heard him ourselves, and know that this is indeed the Messiah, the Savior of the world. And that world is Israel. All right, because Yahweh Shah was teaching him. And after 2 days, he departed thence and went into Galilee. So this woman wasn't an Israelite. Yahweh Shah didn't teach her the gospel. He told the men, because those men were Israelites that was in that city. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Rakakadash, Brakatham, Shalom.